So I wanted to share with you all this place that we are currently volunteering at in Western North Carolina. Vicki and I were here 2 years ago for 7 months. This is called the Cradle of Forestry, and it is in the Pisgah National Forest. We're about 4 miles south of the Blue Ridge Parkway. And this particular facility is managed by Go Find Outdoors. I'll put a link below so that you can contact them if you're interested. We are only here volunteering for 1 month this year because we have obligations, so we need to, family reunions and stuff, so we need to move on. But they have basically 2 sessions here. They run from April to July, and then that's the spring session, and then they have the fall session, July through November. You can choose to do either one of those, or you can choose to do both. And so, like I said, 2 years ago, Vicki and I were here, we did both. The cool thing about this facility is that there's no campground here. What you're looking at now behind me is called the Volunteer Village. And so this is camping only for the people that volunteer here for the Cradle of Forestry or for Go Find Outdoors. Go Find Outdoors is a nonprofit organization that manages, I think, roughly 30 properties throughout Kentucky, Indiana, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Those 30 or so properties range from campgrounds to this facility, the Cradle of Forestry. They also have visitor centers and gift shops and things. So there's a huge variety of volunteers that they look for. And in return for volunteering with them, you get a full hookup campsite, and you basically live in the mountains of North Carolina for free. You work 3 days on, 4 days off. There's a lot of different jobs that you can do. At this facility, you can choose from maintenance to the gatehouse to the visitor center to the gift shop, greeting visitors as they come in. And the 3 days that you're on, you generally will work different shifts, so you never kind of get bored of your duties. But as you can see here, we've got fifth wheels, we've got several Class A's. So this is a beautiful facility. What's really cool about this is that the property is open from daily, 7 days a week, 10 to 5. And at 5 o'clock, we shut the front gates to the property. Everybody has a key, of course, to get in and out as they wish. But we shut that gate, and so the public is gone, and we get this facility, and we get to live back in here all by ourselves. Now, I want to take you up and show you some of the amenities that they provide for the volunteers. There's 2 actually buildings here, and these house the lawnmowers and the weed whackers and just general tools and supplies that are used for maintenance. If you're on maintenance, you tend to do a lot of mowing. There's 3 1-mile plus hiking trails here that are paved, and they go through the property. So there's a lot of grass to be mowed and things like that. This building here, I'll turn the camera around so you can see. This building here is called the Volunteer Activity Building, and this is for the exclusive use of us volunteers, and it is awesome. We just had a big party in here last night where I had all my band equipment set up, and Bart Anderson, one of the other volunteers here, who's a great singer and guitar player, we were up here performing last night. Turn the lights on here. But a lot of activities are held in here. We've got game night, they've got book club night in here, and just a beautiful building. Huge fireplace for on those rainy days or those cold, chilly days. You want to come up here and read a book and start a fire, you can do that. Out the back door here is another fireplace where we gather and, have some wine and cocktails, sit back here and enjoy a big roaring fire. Gas grill here, brand new for our use. Inside here, huge kitchen with any kind of utensil that you might need for cooking, an oven, a stove. We get an extra refrigerator here, which is kind of nice if you're in a small camper and you need some extra storage, everybody kind of just takes a shelf and freezer. And then this is kind of cool. We've got a huge freezer over here too. So you want to stock up on pizzas or ice cream or anything like that, you just put your stuff in here and put your name on it. But this facility is wonderful because, like I said, it's exclusively for the volunteers. Everybody kind of shares books, you know, and movies and things like that. We've got 3 washer and dryers in here that are free, 2 showers and restrooms, and so then if we walk out this back door, that lower section that I showed you, where we're camped, is called the lower volunteer campground, and this is the upper loop for smaller trailers and campers. We get free firewood, enough here to last several years, but this is really sweet because you know, firewood can get expensive, but you just come up here and help yourself. There's a golf cart that we get to use where we can come on up and load it up with firewood. And so up here we've got smaller campgrounds. Now these still are all full hookups. And I think you could probably get 25 foot comfortably up here. Maybe 27, 28 foot trailer. This is just a gorgeous facility. Like I said, we're only 4 miles down the mountain from the Blue Ridge Parkway. We're at about 3,800 feet above sea level. So that is awesome because if you look back up in there, the United States Forest Service dormitory is up there. Some rangers and some other U.S. Forest Service employees live in those dormitories up there. But anyway, back to the elevation. What's really awesome is the temperature up here stays around 75 degrees all summer. Rarely do we get humidity. See this little cabin back here? This is lived in by Judy and Bob Bean Blossom. They both are U.S. Forest Service longtime employees that manage this property. I think they've been here 8 or 9 years now. This cabin is owned by the United States Forest Service. Bob and Judy live there and kind of are responsible for the Cradle of Forestry and the Pisgah Forest. I'll turn this around so you can see. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out in the video, but there's a fire tower there at the top of the Blue Ridge Parkway, and that is at about 4,300 feet. So we're just below that, but that affords and gives us that beautiful, gorgeous, perfect weather up here. And so if you are interested in volunteering, go to the Find Outdoors website. There's a volunteer portal there that you can click on and fill out that information, and then you can apply for any specific property that they manage. And some fellow volunteers here, Paula and David, they've been here for several years, and they keep everybody. It's funny because this place is so awesome. People just seem to come back here year after year after year, and then eventually they end up buying property here because this area is just so fantastic. I'm going to show you a little bit more on the visitor center and give you a little brief overview of what that all looks like down there. But it's a beautiful visitor center with a huge exhibit hall. They have a full-blown movie theater where they show films on the history of the property. A simulated helicopter ride, and then of course they have the Biltmore Trail, which is the campus trail, which is the original buildings from the U.S. Forest Service School that was established here in 1893, late 1800s, and that's really cool to go through and see those buildings. It's kind of a self-guided walking tour, but anyway, that's where we're at. We leave Wednesday for Hot Springs, Arkansas. We got to get over to a family reunion for Vicky's sister's husband family, but there will be a lot of relatives there from the Schnorr side of the family too. So we're looking forward to that. And I guess that's it. This is the main building visitor center exhibit hall. And we got a few people in here already this morning, early. We haven't been able to mow anything because we've just got done with about a 5 or 6 days straight through rain. Believe it or not, this is actually a rain forest, one of 2 in the world. And so it rains here a lot. We got Loie and Susan over here. Good morning.
Morning. I'm going to but he's got to get in here and cut this tree down.
So here we are walking into the main.
Did you get my knees?
I did. They look good. Yeah, just give you a quick. So here we are in the main entrance. We got the front desk here, educational hall down this way, and then this is the gift shop, one of the areas where volunteers operate and manage the sales. The movie theater is back this way. First in Forestry, Carl Schenk, and the Biltmore Forest School. Let's go in to see what we get.
He had learned English from a girl he was in love with while at school, memorizing Shakespeare's King Richard II to impress her.
And I'll walk you through the exhibit hall here real quick. Morning, Steve. So some great information in here on the history of this property. Gentleman you see in here is depicted as Carl Schenk. He was the founder of the Biltmore Forestry School back in the 1800s, part of the George Vanderbilt Biltmore estate. And so a lot of educational things in here, a lot of stuff for kids to do. They love it. There's a bear cave in here they can crawl through, and a lot of hands-on activities that teach about the outdoors and about forestry and ecology and how to protect our forests in a sustainable way. So just a lot to do. There's on the weekends we have a lot of crafters up here. People that make brooms, like Bruce here. He is a master broom maker.
Well, hi.
Good morning. Hi guys, good. And then we've got picnic areas here, indoor and outdoor, for folks that want to do that.
Steps and stairs and catwalks and little splashy pools of water for them to sit and visit.
This display here on my right was first shown at the Chicago World's Fair in 1890, I want to say 8. And it was in Europe for a while and then moved here 2 years ago. 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, Illinois. Very, very awesome display. We have some local photographers that take local pictures of things that are for sale here. And then we've got the 3 walking trails. The Biltmore Campus Trail is the one that goes through the original campus buildings, the schoolhouse, commissary, ranger's dwelling, Dr. Schenk's office, where the students lived, a blacksmith shop. It's just a really, really cool experience to walk that. And then the other one, the Forest Festival Trail, is more of the working part of the property, the farm and road graders, the logging. We've got a Climax steam engine that was part of the logging system, portable sawmills out there. And then the third one there is that Discovery Trail, which is just a beautiful hike through the woods. They all start here out this back door. But anyway, that's kind of what this whole property is about in a nutshell. It's just an awesome place to volunteer. Highly recommend it. And like I said, if you're interested, or maybe not here, but you want to be in a campground, you can go to the Find Outdoors website and apply as a volunteer and live in North Carolina for as long as you want, with full hookups and an opportunity to explore this beautiful part of the country. Anyway, thank you for rolling with the Roche'z. In our next video, we are actually going to interview some of the volunteers that are full-time and have been for, I think Jim and Sally have been like 14 or 15 years now. They've been full-time Rv'rs. And so we're gonna get the pros and cons of why they do it, how they do it, get some of their advice for you if you want to do it, like Vicki and I are now. And so that should be a great informational video, and should glean a lot of wise information and advice from those folks. So stay tuned and look for that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe and like our channel. We surely appreciate it. Have a great day.